Yeah, I mean, we had a team meeting in Jacksonville like 6 o'clock, and that was like the last meeting of the day. And then after that, the general manager came up to me and was like, "Hey Joe, need to see you in my office." I was like, "Ooh." It's never a good thing when a general manager asks that, but uh, I found out, I think, before pretty much anything. I hear about people finding out on Twitter all the time. They were able to tell me and get me notified before stuff like that happened.
So you were sad?
Well, I wasn't sad, but it's kind of stressful, especially during the middle of training camp, because you got a wife and kid, dog, house down in Jacksonville. I'm gonna have to figure out logistics of moving them up. But I wouldn't say I was sad. No, just a little stressful, a little shock to the system.
Did you have any idea that something like that was coming, that you could potentially be a piece that was moved in Jacksonville?
No, I think it came out of the blue. From my perspective, nothing really. There's no warning signs or no like predetermined stuff. I was talking to defensive coaches right after I talked to the general manager, and they were pretty shocked about it. So I think it's kind of something that just came out of the blue and just happened, I guess.
Joe, they didn't waste any time putting you with the ones. You know what your role is going to be here. You're a guy who's played 100%, 99% of defensive snaps. Same thing, just different color jersey.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they said they threw me on the field playing with the ones a day, which is good because all those guys know that with their communication they can help me. If I got questions out on the field pre-snap, is just jumping both feet right in. I had a lot of meetings yesterday and today to get the basic installs written down and put into my memory bank, and just got to get out here and start getting reps at it.
It looked like you talked to Spillane even before practice started and talking to Devin throughout.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
How'd all that go?
It was good. Spillane and Devin were great assets, and walk through and on the field, just getting. They were able to vocally like set all the calls, and then I was able to just kind of focus in on my job today and not have to worry about doing too much communication except for what was immediately necessary for me. So it's good.
Leaving Jacksonville, what explanation did you get for as to why they made the trade?
General manager just told me that Pittsburgh called 12 hours before I had a meeting with him and was very persistent in trying to get a deal done to get me up here. So that was the reason that he said he's like, there's a good situation. I wouldn't put you in it if it wasn't a good situation for you and your family coming up to Pittsburgh, being on a good team. So that's what I was told.
What's your reaction coming to Pittsburgh? Just your impression of the Steelers?
I mean, I think it's a first-class organization. You just see that. I've seen it through the meetings, talking to coaches. Everybody's been here a long time. People know what the standard is. It's understood in meetings and practice how to take care of your bodies and from the top down. So it's been nothing but a surprise, or a pleasant surprise for me coming here.
You've killed this team over the years. Did Tomlin reference that at all when he first talked to you?
I haven't talked to him too much. Just he's happy to be here, or happy for me to be here. I'm looking forward to getting ready to work. He's basically given me the DC, and I'm blanking on his name right now, but Keith Butler. I've been with Keith a lot the last 24, 48 hours, learning the defense, and that's basically the guy I've been talking to most. And then Jerry O with the linebacker stuff.
But what about your great games against this team?
I don't know. It just always seemed to happen. Stars would align when I play in the Steelers, get some interceptions, get some turnovers. We didn't win a lot of them, but we won a couple. So.
What you're doing here, your role, is it similar to what you've done anywhere else in your career?
I mean, it's similar. There's a lot of. This will be my sixth scheme in 6 years now, learning. So I've done a lot of similar things. There's some new stuff, but mostly the biggest difference is the jargon, the language of the defense, just getting that on par with everybody else and being able to communicate when I'm on the field.
Do you have an expectation on how long it might take to get up to date with the system and get ready to go? Do you have an expectation on how long that might take for you?
I mean, hopefully by Saturday, the game, I'll be able to at least run the basic stuff pretty confidently. And then as the games go on, season progresses, it'll just get more comfortable. And it's just going to take reps. I don't know how many reps I'll get before it'll feel great. Before I'll be 100% comfortable making all the calls and communicating with everybody on defense, but I think it'll be a pretty fluid, pretty easy process, especially with all the veterans that are on the defense already.
What's the schematic stuff you did in Jacksonville and Cleveland? Basically the last 2 years you were there, and then now in Pittsburgh. Do you see that there is a lot of difference there, or?
No, from my scheme in Jacksonville last year, the scheme in Jacksonville this year, and the scheme in Cleveland in 2019 is totally different than those ones. It's more similar to my rookie year in Cleveland when Ray Horton was the defensive coordinator. It's more along those lines, but even it's not too close to that. It's just it's a new adjustment, but it's hopefully it'll be a smooth one, like I said.
Joe, do you think you're going to be the dime linebacker and single color eventually?
Yeah, that's what they've got me at now, just learning the dime linebacker and the MAC backer and OP personnel. So just getting that stuff underway, and once the season starts, getting the green dot on the helmet, getting the calls from the coaches. So that was the plan.
Is there a lot different basketball last year's Jacksonville scheme and what they're asking you to do this year?
In Jacksonville?
Yeah, between.
Yeah, oh yeah, the scheme is totally different. It was 4-3 last year, a lot of cover 3 base personnel, a little bit of blitzing. This year it's 3-4, 4-3 kind of hybrid, a lot of blitzing. And everything's somewhat similar in coverage, like we've run similar schemes, but the overall mentality in Jacksonville is totally different this year.
Thanks, guys.